Good morning, everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverde. All right, we are heading back to New York City, the Big Apple, as correspondent Amber Milt goes behind the scenes of the Tony Award-winning revival of Pippin, High Flying Fun.
So much fun. I love this story because the women behind it are two busy working moms who are able to combine their passion with their profession and still find a way to maintain a balanced home life.
Does it sound like someone you know?
Sound like someone I know.
Sounds like us. Plus, good advice on how to treat cold sores. We've got such a great show today, don't we?
We do. The Balancing Act starts right now.
They can be embarrassing and also painful. I'm talking about the dreaded skincare issue, cold sores. Cold sore season is here, but you have the power to fight back. This morning, we're going to discuss a way to help you save face. Joining us with some great solutions is Dr. Heather Woolery-Lloyd, the Director of Ethnic Skincare at the University of Miami. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about this, because when I was growing up, I'd hear cold sores, you're getting an infection, you might be getting a cold. Let's clear up the air here. What is a cold sore and what causes them to appear?
Well, cold sores are blister-like sores that can occur on the lip or face, and they're caused by a virus called the herpes simplex virus 1. And unlike the viruses that cause colds or flus, that virus stays in your body for life. So when you don't have any symptoms, it's called latent. But sometimes it becomes active, and that's when you see the cold sore.
And when you hear the word herpes, again, it can be an alarming word for some people, and yet sometimes you think to yourself, it really shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. There's really no reason to be alarmed. In fact, up to 70% of adults in the United States have the herpes simplex virus. And of those, 15 to 40% experience symptoms or cold sores.
And who gets cold sores?
So it can occur in all ages, but it is more common in women, and it does increase as you get older, the risk of getting a cold sore. And basically, it's transmitted once you have direct contact with a herpes lesion in someone who has an active infection. So that's how you get the cold sore virus.
So why is it more prevalent in women? Why is it that it's always women?
Well, we really don't know that, actually, but it is more common in women. We do know that. And really, it's just a very common thing. And I really try to emphasize to my patients, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Right.
It's quite common, and the vast majority of adults in the United States have the cold sore virus.
So what triggers a cold sore? Do we know?
Yes, there are many different triggers. It can be triggered by sunlight. It can be triggered by a cold or a flu, emotional stress.
Can it be seasonal also? Because sometimes I've heard the cold weather, really?
Absolutely. We do see it more during the winter months when we have more colds and flus. Everyone has their different triggers, and for me as a dermatologist, it can also be triggered by procedures. So if you're doing a laser procedure on the face or even oral surgery can trigger a cold sore.
And obviously stress, that's like number one.
Definitely, number one.
Now, how do you know you're going to get a cold sore? Are there symptoms? Is there something to watch out for?
There are symptoms. In fact, most people experience some type of tingling, stinging, burning, itching, and some people might experience a little mild pain. So there's a prodrome, we call that the prodrome, before the cold sore comes out, and that's the best time to start your treatment.
And that's probably the best time also to go see a doctor. And I know this for a fact that many people will either maybe put some makeup on, women of course,
yes,
and or maybe some cold presses, ice. Does that work?
Well, the cold presses might cause some temporary relief, but they're not going to shorten the duration of your cold sore. So it's more important, I think, to use a prescription cream because that's where you'll see the results.
So tell me one that you like that works for you.
Well, the treatment that I love in patients with cold sores is actually Denavir. This is what it looks like. And Denavir is pencyclovir 1% cream, and it can be applied during the prodrome period where you're having the tingling or the stinging sensation prior to the cold sore, and it can also be applied directly to the cold sore. And it's been proven to shorten the duration of the cold sore, and shortening that duration makes a big impact on someone's quality of life.
Now, I always ask in terms of side effects, are there any that one should be concerned about?
Yes, in the clinical trials, 3% of people who received the Denavir had local side effects, and actually 4% of people in the placebo group had local side effects.
Really?
Yes, and those local side effects could be skin sensitivity, a rash, or change in taste.
Now, in terms of cost also, a lot of people sometimes say, I'd love to get it, but I can't afford it. How does this compare?
Well, for me, that's really important because sometimes prescription medications can be so expensive, but Denevere has a copay assistance program. So for eligible patients, they pay no more than $15.
Oh my gosh, so worth it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do appreciate your time, doctor.
Thank
Come back
you.
with something for pimples?
Maybe next time.
That's what I need. All right. Remember to talk to your doctor to see if Denevere may be right for you. Or for more information on Denevere and how it can help you manage your cold sores, visit our website, thebalancingact.com. That's thebalancingact.com. We're also on Facebook.
Broadway Balances America, brought to you by Broadway across America, bringing the best of Broadway to a city near you.
Time now for another installment of Broadway Balances America, our series that takes you behind the scenes of some of the most beloved Broadway musicals as they travel across the country and into your local theaters.
Today, Balancing Act correspondent Amber Milt jumps into the breathtaking world of Pippin. I love this show.
I know.
Ben Vereen won a Tony for his performance in the original production more than 40 years ago. Now the show has been updated with a woman in the part of leading player.
I like that. It's the story of a young Prince Pippin on a death-defying journey to find meaning in his existence. Will he choose a happy but simple life? Or will he risk everything for a singular flash of glory?
Indeed, ladies, this captivating performance won the 2013 Tony for Best Musical Revival, and it continues to wow audiences today with its beloved score, sizzling choreography, and compelling story.
I grew up in New York City, and I saw Pippin when I was 8 years old, I think 3 times. And I loved this show. It made such an impression on me as a young person. And then I fell in love with the score, and the soundtrack became part of my life.
Join us, come and waste an hour or two.
The opportunity to actually touch it and revive it and bring it back was almost like making a gift. It's as a director, you're like, I just want to make the perfect present for all those people who are waiting 40 years later to re-experience what this show is.
And what an experience it is. Reimagined and updated by Paulus, who is named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people this year. Pippin invites you into a magical world, literally full of ups and downs, as the leading player, this time played by a woman, leads the young prince through a soul-searching odyssey.
There's something powerful about a woman being the leader of this troupe, and something about a woman seducing this young man into a journey of life that felt fresh and new and powerful.
And that you can finish a little bit, yeah. And the only issue here...
The woman behind all the amazing newly added aerial acrobatics is Gypsy Snyder.
Circus is a very particular way of moving, and especially the way that my company, the Seven Fingers, moves and does acrobatics. It's very urban. So now we really had to come back and bring it into that incredible Bob Fosse, theatrical, intense, sensual way of moving. It was thrilling, it was exciting, and it was a challenge.
And the result is breathtaking, a true collaboration.
It's a team effort, and if you really want the best out of a team, you have to make every single person feel like they have a voice, that they have a stake. And I challenge everyone at every step of the way.
Now, this show is all about balance, from the nimble agility of the performers to the women behind the production who have to balance their lives in a busy and demanding industry.
The great thing about being in the theater is you can bring your personal life, and everything about your personal life can inform what you're making as an artist. And you can bring your kids to work.
It's so funny because we talk a lot about stress in our society nowadays, and I didn't really understand what that meant until I really had a life-threatening illness. And I realized that there's a big difference between being stressed and being excited. And if you love what you do and you put all your passion and your energy and your time into it, that can be stressful, or it can be exciting. And I just decided that whatever I do in my life, my passion has to not be in any way negative. It has to be positive. I have to really love what I'm doing, and I have to show my children that I love what I'm doing, and that our passions don't become our sacrifices. They become everything we ever dreamt and more.
Passion remains a center of this production, still captivating audiences more than 40 years after it was written.
It comes down to the story of this young man who's trying to figure out what to do with his life and is trying different things, and finally he has to come to terms with the fact that nothing is perfect in life and you have to make difficult choices and so on. And you know, this is all our stories. So I think on some level it speaks to each member of the audience, and thus it seems to have staying power as a show.
And the phantoms of the night will fade to the past.
I think we've all had a moment in our life, whether you're 18 or like 40, like me, a mom in my 40s, or if you're, you know, someone in their 80s, you've always thought, like, should I run away with a circus? Should I have run away with a circus? Thank God I didn't run away with the circus. And this show sort of makes you think about those choices you made in your life and revisit them and experience them sort of in the moment in the show.
Our lives are so short, and we have so little time that we should enjoy it and share it. And I you know, this is going to sound so cheesy, but when people come and see Pippin, I want them to be touched. I want them to be motivated to live life with more passion, more truth, and with more daring.
Morning glow is here. You ain't seen nothing yet, folks.
Now, those acrobats are so talented, but with my fear of heights, I'm glad I didn't have to get up there. And if you're ready to see the theatrics for yourself, Pippin's national tour just kicked off. You can head to our website and look for the link that says Broadway Balances America, where we'll have all the show information, tour dates, and more.
What an amazing show between Diana Paulus' vision and Gypsy Snyder with her team of acrobats. It's a thrilling revival.
It really is. Talk about balance. These ladies are both busy working moms who manage to find a way to do what they love and still maintain their home life. They said it truly is a balancing act.
Yeah, we love that word.
But so worth it, they say.
I mean, juggling professional and personal and finding the bliss in both sounds familiar. And like our show. And here's a fun fact. Did you know that Stephen Schwartz originally wrote Pippin when he was in college?
Wow.
And later went on to compose the score for Wicked? Talk about talent.
You're not kidding. We hope you go see the show for yourselves when it comes to a stage near you. The national tour just kicked off. It's everyday gourmet time, and what better way to celebrate every day than with warm, wholesome food? Our series continues with the ever-popular ramen noodle, and today's menu looks excellent. What do you say? Shall we start with brunch?
Hey, it's brunch time. How about some Maruchan noodle bowls with our eggs?
Why not?
Okay.
Noodle bowls are not just for lunch or dinner, they actually go great with eggs. Using your flavor packets according to instructions, microwave your bowls for 3 minutes.
So, my dear, what would you like to do this evening?
You know what? I think I want to go to the movies tonight.
Movies?
While the bowls are in the microwave, scramble 2 eggs for each of you and cook a few strips of bacon. When the bowls are done, top each with 2 scrambled eggs, a little crumbled bacon, and your favorite herbs. Set a romantic mood with mimosas. Now, that's a new twist on egg drop soup.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's another anytime idea when you're hungry. Maruchan noodles make delicious macaroni salads, great for a camping trip or even a picnic. Now, depending on the size of your adventure, make 2 or more bowls of ramen noodles. Microwave according to directions. Pour the noodles into a portable container. Mix in some diced red peppers, snap peas, carrots, and celery. Add a few grape or cherry tomatoes. Stir in mayonnaise or your favorite salad dressing to taste. You can refrigerate your macaroni salad overnight or add it directly to your cooler. Prefer to keep your meal warm? Just put your favorite noodle recipes in thermal containers. Enjoy. Need a midnight snack? Mix your ramen noodles with bits of leftover turkey for a melatonin twist. Good night's sleep. Here you come. I wouldn't have thought of some of those. What great ideas for enjoying noodles anytime you're hungry. Now head to Marishon.com for more delicious ideas on how to use ramen noodles. And you can find Marishon ramen noodles in the soup aisle of your local supermarket. And don't forget to check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for spending part of your morning with us. I can't wait to see Pippin when it comes here.
I too. My girls would love to try some of those acrobatics, especially my Danny. And here's hoping you learned a little something today. Remember, we've got so much more on our website. All of the Pippin information, thebalancingact.com.
We're also on Facebook, and we want you to follow us on Twitter. Look us up, and until next time, remember, find your balance, right?
I say we take all the girls, go see it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.